And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start with the option.
And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Jets defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Diggs him. And right away he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Breece Hall, and all the way in, touchdown, New York. His 9th score on the ground this year and 13th overall. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. Down to about the 45. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier in the season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Rodgers. This pass out wide the ball. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
26.
Now it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's
I should have served her